Hello everyone, Miss Reptile here, and it has been so long since I did a vlog. Ooh, very long. Some of you might know, some of you might not know, but I am not only Miss Reptile now, but also Miss Reptile Ears. And I thought, why not make a vlog out of this? Why not vlog the first convention I will ever go to as Miss Reptile Ears? I see so many artists doing artist vlogs and convention vlogs. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this as well. So I am going to do this now. I hope you enjoy. This will be me packing and also the convention itself. Enjoy. Challenge right here. Packing all of those three as well. That's three. Into the suitcase. Because I am going to use a suitcase for this. Because I already know that I otherwise am not going to be able to carry everything inside. So let's go. That's all I am bringing. I have a tilt bag, basically. A plush prop bag and keychains are in here as well. Like the plush keychain. A suitcase full of ears. I could fit all of them in here, so that was very nice. My display stuff, mystery bags, and a lot of other items that I need to bring. A suitcase with necessary things like also setup stuff, a tail, because I still need to sell this one. I really hope that sells on this convention because I put it in a discount, so I really hope it will be gone now. And my other stuff that's also important. Here are ears from Saniki cosplay, my accessories, a little book. I also have one in this bag, but this one is like the head book that's very not nice and fun to read, if you know what I mean. My charge station, the other one, like the reader is charging right now, and my aprons are like underneath. So yeah. Those are all the things I'm bringing. I'm so sorry, guys. I almost forgot you. I almost forgot my adoptables. Okay, now I'm ready to pack the car. It's like very early. The sun isn't even up and it's like springtime. So then you already know a lot about how late it is. We need to leave this early because of the parking spot. I really freaking hope that I will get a parking spot now. I leave this early. If not, I will be freaking angry. And I have been up till this early and not getting a spot. In a moment, after we ate, I'm going to my friend to pick her up at 10:45. I am going to meet her at her house. So she can dump her stuff in my car and we can go. I am a little bit tired because I did go to bed early, but not early enough, I get now. So yeah, I hope I survive. I probably will, but just as in I'm now already tired. Excited, but tired. This is the booth of today. It is like a little bit, yeah, smaller than I hoped because I paid for more. But yeah, anyway, it's the best I could do for now, sadly. But yeah, it's okay. It still looks cute. Mail update is like very slow. It's already like 1 p.m. Yeah, it's something with the buses and the trains and something like that. So I hope it will be a bit more busy, but I don't think it will, and I really do hope it will actually. A little update again. It's now 2 o'clock, and I did sell a few things luckily, but not enough. I sold like a few keychains, I sold one of my beanies, my squirrel beanies, and one pair of ears and tails. So that's Not a lot, but I'm actually glad that I did sell something, so yay. Time to clean up because, oh my god, we need to be away at 6 and they are open till 5. So we were like, you know what, we're just going to clean. Everyone is actually going to clean already. It's crazy. Oh my god. At the end of the convention, I changed because I'm really tired. I was already on the road at like 5 and I need to get ready at 4 a.m. and it's now 10 p.m. So I'm dead. I'm really, really dead. I will come back with an update about everything. In like for you guys a second and for me a day. So it has been like a few days now because I just didn't know how to end this. Oh gosh. First of all, I'm going to start with the negative stuff because I want to end it on a positive note, okay? Because it was the first convention and I don't want to end that negative. For the negative stuff, it was a lot. First of all, I came there with my friend and our booth was way too small. It was 7 in the morning. I was up at 4. So I was just like, you know what? Let's go with it. I shouldn't have done that. That's on me. But don't worry, I've emailed them. I have sent a mail to them. So I come to that part a little bit later on. So we set it up. The event begins. And a lot of people were not showing. It was a sold out event. But where were the people? We didn't know. And it wasn't that it was no one who came in, but it was not a sold out event, which they did claim on their socials. Well, eventually they told us, the people who were coming to see me and my friend and other artists who had friends that were coming, they, texted with, yeah, trains and buses are not driving. Yeah, that was not that great. And of course, the trains, for example, they didn't have a hand in that, okay? They couldn't do anything about the trains. But the buses. First, I didn't get what was happening with the buses. Because the event said that the people needed to take the bus to come to the event. And in the bus, they would get their wristband. Which is kind of okay, I guess. But a few of the buses that they had, or said they had, didn't drive at all anymore. So they had very limited buses for way too many people. And it didn't make sense. And even better, one of the vendors that was there with us came up to me and told me about one of their friends who went with their bicycle to the event and they got turned away at the entrance because they needed to take that shuttle bus. And she was like, but I live here like 10 minutes away, so why would I drive with my bicycle like 40 minutes to that bus station or bus stop thing to come back here while I live like 10 minutes the other way? They didn't care. They just said that wasn't their thing. And I was just like, oh, it's getting worse and worse already. All right. Yeah, so we didn't have a lot of traffic until like around 3 p.m. People keep coming in, and we ended at 5. Like the con ended at 5. And then there was this huge confusion because Tomo put it on their socials that they were open for 1 more hour because of the buses that didn't drive or drove very late. There were 2 halls and only one of them stayed open because the other one, where I was in, closed due to some kind of other people who rented it out right after the event. It was so weird. And every one of us that were in that hall were like, well, I mean, we also would like another extra hour of selling because we also paid a lot for the booths. But no, they didn't even ask us if we wanted to be on like the empty spaces in the other hall, because I knew there were empty spaces in that other hall. And I was just like, okay, well, now I could also ask for if I could stand there, but a lot of people did, so they eventually just said that no one could stand there, which was kind of harsh, basically. But yeah, so we were shooed out, and basically they just shoot every one of the customers out at 5, and we needed to be gone at 6. If you weren't gone at 6, you get fined. And for the late customers who were still a little bit browsing around 5, they got shooed away. So everyone who had a few last minute sales, they didn't have them anymore because they were shooed out. There were literally people being so mad because they didn't even got their last freaking sale. And I get that, because you spend a lot of money to be there. And now they are just saying, yeah, no, we shoot them out. We shoot all the customers out because it's 5. We need to clean, you know. And I'm just like, it's like also a bit your fault that the bosses, you know, weren't there for the people. So what do you mean we can't make that last minute sale 1 minute overtime? What do you mean? So yeah, so I was kind of stumped for my first event. I'm just going to say that. I did email though to the fair, to the Tomo, asking like, hey, can we get some kind of compensation for this? Because I paid a lot, the other people paid a lot, and of course in the email I was just talking about me. I paid a lot for this. I didn't get what I was promised. I didn't sell that much because of problems that you had on your end. Can we get some kind of compensation? I did get an email back. Oh, I got an email back. People said it wasn't possible, but it was not. They emailed me back saying that they would look into the facts of every single, vendor that was there. And of course, the people who were there as guests, because they also had very bad reviews for them, because they needed to wait 2 hours in like the sun waiting on their bus. So yeah, it wasn't good at all. But they emailed me saying that they were looking into it and that they would come with some kind of compensation. To this day, even though otherwise there will be like a little edit here somewhere, but to this day I didn't get that compensation yet. Maybe a little bit later, but they did promise me one, so I will keep you all up to date on that. Now for the good things, because we end this on a good note. It was my first event ever as Miss Reptile Ears, and I had so many lovely people around me. Like my neighbor and my back neighbor, they were sweet as hell. Like I could laugh with them. We were there for one another. We looked out for each other's booths if we went to the toilet. You know, that thing. It was very nice. Same with all the other artists and vendors who were there. Everyone was so nice. And it was my first time, and I kind of set up a bit like I thought it would be okay. But afterwards I was like, yeah, it's not really what I wanted. And all of the other vendors were so sweet to like take me by my hand and be like, look at my booth, you maybe can do this and this and this and this. And in the back you have done this and this and this. And everyone was so nice. So thank you to everyone who was so nice to me. I really loved this. I really loved this about this convention a lot. Then I did reach my own personal goal. It wasn't that big, but I did reach my own goal, which was selling 1 pair of ears. I know it's not big, but it was my goal. And I really overdid that by not selling 1, but selling 3 pair of ears. I sold both of my rainbow ears, like the first ones I ever made. two sweet little children who would just love to have just, you know, a cheap kind of headband ears that they think it was cute. And I sold them in like a bundle with tails. Those are the tails. So they had like €3, a €3 discount basically on the whole set. So it went pretty well. Then I sold my ice fox ears from the Christmas special. The person who bought that loved it. They looked in the mirror and were like, this is just me. I love this. And I was so glad because it was one of my own creations. So yeah, it feels good to have someone looking at it and loving it. Then my little Now got adopted. Like, oh my gosh. I love making adoptables. Like even like the little description with what they kind of are or want to be, or you know, and the birthdays on there when I made them. So yeah, little Now sold. And last but not least, my if would you love me if I was a worm keychains. I sold a total of 3 of them, and people love them. They just saw that little thing and just run to my booth. Like, oh my god, look at this! This is so cute. And yeah, I loved it. I sold only 3, so it's not a lot, but it was my bestseller. So you know, I will make more of them. I still have a good collection of like the sad and happy ones, but I do need to remake the dead ones, like the dead cross eyes ones, because they sold out immediately. They weren't spared. They sold off immediately. So yeah, I need to remake those, like maybe 3 or 4, you know, not that much, but just that I have a little bit of stock, just a little bit. And what I already said, all of the memories when selling those things, they will be in my heart, because oh my gosh, everyone was so sweet who bought something, and I just loved it. Like, this is something I want to do more often, meeting new people, you know, selling to people who absolutely love your creations. I love it. I'm in love with this. And that being said, that was a vlog. I just hope next convention, retro game burst, it's like more of a Pokemon thingy. I hope that one will go better with like the organization. I don't really have that much of a, I need to sell everything, but I am already happy with like 1 or 2 things being sold. So that's totally fine. And that's also my goal for like the next one, like the retro game burst. I want to at least have sold like 1 or 2 pair of ears, and then I'm happy. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please make sure to like the video, only if you want, you don't have to. And if you want to see more, you can also subscribe. It's totally free, and I will make more of these convention videos together with preparation videos for the conventions I'm going to. See you next time. Bye bye!